Yo, all right. What's up? It's me. It's Spaceman. This is the fourth relay of the social skills series. I'm calling these things relays now, and I do these little digital, communications with other people. I'm officially the branding language for these events will now be called relays. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll do a relay today. With my friend, my Aki, Jus-P, from Queens. If you haven't listened to Peep the Method, it's out now. Hashtag social skills. Hashtag Peep the Method. Yes. Peep the Method. Anyway, yeah, it's a cool song. I've been promoting it and kind of trying to get a little bit of digital circulation for the new musical content, things of that nature. Um, I'm enjoying this format. I think everything is going cool. I like talking to people. I actually just did Jus-P and King L1's podcast, Spears and Mics, last week. That was cool. They had me on their platform. And now I'm going to talk to Jus-P for a little bit about the song and some background stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna make some content. I like to just do these little fucking, talking up front or whatever, just because it's like grounding, we're establishing a little bit of sorry. We're establishing presence, we're establishing intent, we're establishing tone. And these are all very important for sustainable and scalable. But enough of that bullshit. I'm going to invite Jus-P into this broadcasting digital media collaborative enterprise right now. I hope he is there. I'm sending shit to this nigga. Yes. No, now I've sent it. Okay. So I think he will be joining me soon. And we'll get into it and we'll talk about some music. We'll talk about life. Talk about life as rappers and musicians. All of that good stuff. It's cool, man. I've been doing these this is the last social skills thing. I've been doing these like all summer and shit, promoting all of this material and working with all of these cool, talented individuals, so it's kind of like an arc, it's like a whole thing. It's kind of I don't know, it's not coming to an end. I mean, we've definitely got plenty of life left to continue to focus on Peep the Method here, but it's interesting how these things work, like as I've been doing this and as I've been can't fucking find it. I'll tell you what, my car makes like weird noises when I'm just fucking like parked up with the engine running and shit. Like it starts beeping if I don't have the seatbelt on. It's like a weird glitch. But I don't know. I've been recording here for like 4 minutes already and I'm already starting to get very fucking hot. Ugh. 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 I think I'm gonna have to let the engine do its thing a little bit here. I'm not gonna front because otherwise I'm gonna be sweating through all the nigga parts. So, that's cool. I think we can keep the engine at a little low hum here. You know what I'm saying? Should be alright. Should be cool. Now, the thing about the way that I structure these,
Good.
oh, hey,
Yes,
Jus-P, what's going on, brother? Peace.
good, sir. Peace, peace. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was just I told you how I like to do these things where it's like I'll just talk on some dolo shit in the beginning which like, and I don't even know why I kind of got caught up on that structure or whatever. But I think it works for the videos and shit, but it is just funny because that's part of the thing is that it's like, I try to be smooth with it and be like, all right, yeah, we're gonna bring Jus-P in now, and life happens or whatever. But so it's like I just be like talking and I'll be like, yep, yeah, more words, more more things to say. But you're here now. That's what's important. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, good. Today's a good day. I'm here.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? How are you?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Fucking, I just been just working on just different brand shit. Like I be trying to like kind of approach this shit like a real job type shit. Like I be doing most of the work Monday through Friday, and then I like to chill on weekends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I was today is Sunday, and I ain't gonna front. I was definitely tracking some data. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It's all good.
No doubt.
No, fucking. So yeah, Jus-P. I'm glad to have you here on the platform on the relay. I don't have a name for these things 'cause I don't do them with any sort of regularity or whatever. But this is my platform, and I got somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I bring them right here. You know what I mean? Like, and we do it like this. Word.
No
Fucking
doubt.
right. So, all right, let's get into it. I guess what for anybody that doesn't know, me and you have been friends for a while now. For a while. Um, and we have you have a lot of mutual acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people that we know and respect and comment on some real life shit.
Word up.
You know, but I don't know. I guess let's because that's one thing for most of the people that I've worked with for the social skills thing. Anybody that's kind of been following me for a while probably would have heard of most of these people in some way or another. But it is funny actually because one of my friends was talking to me. He hit me up about the record yesterday. He was like, "Yo, who's that nigga on the first verse? He nice. Who's that?" You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
in that spirit, I guess why don't you tell the good viewing public who's Jus-P? What's Jus-P about? Like,
I mean, Just P is me. You know what I'm saying? My name is Pierre, so it's a play on that's just that nigga Pierre. You know what I'm saying? That's just P. Justice and power. You know what I mean? When I take things serious. Just
right.
Polo as far as my low life shit. You know what I mean? They call me Just Polo. The God DV alias Christ. And FU. FU are two separate artists. FU, one MC, and DVL.
Shout out FU. Very
They
talented.
both separately came to me like, yo, you should just be Just Polo. Da, 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 da. And I was
Mm,
like, I can't give credit to one or the other because they simultaneously came up with that idea. But the latest is Just Polo, but Just P, you know what I'm saying? Pierre, you know what I mean? P, that's me, the Black Menace, the Underboss, the
right.
Shadow Clan. I got all kinds of
Right.
different, you know what I mean? Monikers.
Word is born.
You know what I mean? Just P.
Mhm. Yeah. Fucking. That's very clean. That's very clean. I respect that. Fucking.
No doubt.
So you mentioned. So this is very interesting. I did want to. So you've been rhyming for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not too long, but you've been doing this. And that was when we got to be friends. That was one thing that I always had a lot of respect for about the way that you move in general and shit. Is like you're one of those kind of dudes that like all of the bullshit aside, you serious about rhyming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Most definitely.
and so that was something that I always had a lot of just respect and admiration for.
Let's do
But
it.
since you've been doing this for a while, though, I believe that the polo thing, the low life thing. This is a relatively sort of recent development in your journey as an artist, correct?
Yeah. It's
Right. So speak on that if you will.
so I've been rhyming for a long time. I remember when I wanted to be a kid rapper like A plus or fucking Shaheem. That's how long, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like professionally, I started dropping projects with Chamber Music Records in 08, 09. You know what I mean? And they're a Wu Tang affiliated label. So let's say from '09, let's say from '08 to about 2017. I put out all my projects with them. Then you know what I'm saying. I had to go to prison. When I came home from prison. The low life thing starts with like before I had the dreads, no glasses. I go, I go to Rikers Island, get the glasses first, and then when I realize I gotta go up top, I cut my dreads. So like I'm in there and I'm just thinking of, you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna be when I go home type shit. Like what I'm gonna look
Right.
like. I'm bald headed. I've had dreads for 20 years since ninth grade.
Right.
So it was that's crazy. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dress a little different and just wear not even polo, but just collar shirts. A side note before I even continue, a lot of my peoples on the music journey, like GS Advance, is low life. FU, these are people I met in 2000, Spit Gems, like 2011, 2012. You know what I'm saying? So like when I was fucking with like the Wu Tang, you know what I'm saying, chamber music, I've been doing that. So I already seen how GS got the L's. That's my partner. We could kind of combine.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I already had the idea of like, you know what I'm saying, what I'm doing right now. It's like,
Hello?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I had to fucking cut the window open.
No, I feel you. So I already had that. Like GS was low life, the broken home, all of that. I was already like, you know what I'm saying, those is my peoples. But I wasn't thinking on no else. Even when I'm up top, like 2018, I'm not thinking of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking.
Right. Right. It wasn't a brand thing. Yup. And we're
Yeah.
back. Little technical difficulties. But yeah, so you were saying you
Well,
were
so basically, like when I was in prison, I just was going to wear the style of collared shirts with the bald
right,
head glasses, and then I
right,
met a dude named Clue from East New York, and I don't to this day I don't know if he was low life or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have any knowledge, but he gave me a polo shirt to wear on visits and to wear like when I was going home because I was going home soon, and like now I know that's a big deal, but
right.
I knew it was a big deal just because like I
The
seen people
respect thing.
fight over like, Jordans and polo. I seen people fight over that. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
So he gave me that, and then our mutual friend Biggs, he ended up he lost a lot of weight and gave me like a lot of polo. You know what I'm saying? As soon as
Right.
I, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I came home, he brought me like a whole new outfit, cool, and then he gave me like mad polo. So those are my first pieces, right? and that's like February of 2020. You know what I'm saying? COVID happens. I think 22 in June. You know what I'm saying? I go to a music festival and I run into low life. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of my
Hmm.
people, and then a dude by the name of Barlow. Shout out to Barlow. We're chopping it up, and I'm like, yo, I'm not low life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on the polo tip. And someone was like, yo, them L's is in your heart. You gotta rock that type shit. And then no lie, I went home and then I started looking into like low life, everything like learn as much as I could. Then I got up, I met Rack Low, and I dead ass asked Rack like, yo, how? Because there's a difference between like polo heads and people that got the L's, like low life. You know what I'm
Right, right, right.
saying? You just can't up and be low life because you rocking
True.
polo.
I
You know what I'm
would
saying?
imagine.
Right, right. So I asked Rack, you know what I'm saying? And Rack was like, yo, he told me something about he had something going on called alphas, and I went to a meeting, and then that was that. That was like I was in the culture, but I wasn't learning. I didn't see rap for like another year. I end up I got another side story that connects is when I was doing with chamber music. There's a person named Louis the Fourth. Louis the
Hmm.
Fourth was running around with Papa Wu. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I knew
Hmm.
Louis. Louis low life now. He was low life back then, but he was running around with Papa Wu. So I knew Louis. I get close with Louis, and I get close with LeBron James from buying different polo. LeBron's
Right.
coming to New York. We're talking about music. So then I start being with that team. I start building with that team. That's Thurston Howell. I start going to Florida, chilling with them, building with them. So that's been the squad. You know what I'm saying? The low zone, Shout out to Thurston and everybody, Big Earl, you know
Yeah,
what I
shout
mean?
out. Legend.
So, and then we just been rocking. We got music coming in a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much how the L's came to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's
Very
crazy is
cool.
that a lot of older lowlifes, especially the ones that run with Thurston, are
Mm-hmm.
Zulu. Saying a lot of
Mm.
them, especially in Florida, there was a heavy Zulu presence, and a
Mm.
lot of them, because they do real big hip hop events in Florida. So a
Right.
lot of
Yeah, yeah, I know.
and a lot of them are like Zulu, you know what I'm saying, long before me. Bones Malone, you know what I'm saying, was he's a Zulu king. He's definitely low life. So like it's definitely the history there. And what low life is doing now is kind of continuing what Zulu started, like the Rocksteady, and the Zulu Nation. It's like a hip hop organization within the culture, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's that,
Right.
man.
It's
And a
very
lot
cool, yeah.
sees a lot. Like Sadat X got the L's, DV Alias Christ. You got my son Mayhem Loren, Smoke Dizza, my son Nimlo. A lot. You know what I mean? Action Bronson. Besides, like the monsters in the underground, Gems, Timeless Truth. A lot. FU. A lot of people rep the L's. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope to be able to carry on that legacy and tradition. The first thing I did was meet everybody that contributed to the culture. I made sure that I went around and met everybody, you know what I'm saying, on some humble shit, you know what I'm saying, to the point where when they see me, or not even when they see me, but more when I do events, like I've done two low life events. And you know what I mean, mad people show up, and that's cool. Like one thing they do is like they definitely support events. You see like
Mm.
just regular people that you could tell them like a married couple. You see a lot of like married couples and like
Yeah.
this is and they go to the polo battles.
It's a
They go to
family thing.
yeah. So I like how like a lot of similarities between the Zulu Nation and Low Life, you know what I'm saying? But I like how they just everyone it's like almost a requirement to support the event. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I definitely wanted that type of support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got it. So I just preserve it and keep doing my thing. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. It's funny because obviously just, growing up and everything, from like my generation, people have different people, people take polo different levels of serious.
Right.
Um but it is funny though cuz I remember, cuz I was an internet nigga from way back, you know what I'm saying? Like back when you had to literally like be on the computer type shit to be on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I was heavy into it like as a kid. So I
Right.
remember when the the documentary, the low life documentary, like, I guess I don't know if it had came out or if somebody had just posted the trailer to YouTube or whatever. But this
Right.
is in
Right.
like, '06, '07, and it was it was just so crazy just to really see like how deep that whole
What?
world even was like over polo clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's what's crazy is that Polo was the one that they frequently rocked. You know what I'm saying? That they frequently stole. Because some low lights will wear feli, you know what I'm saying? Some will they wear Guess, you know what I mean? Some don't wear none of that, you know what I mean? But Polo was the one that they constantly went. And it was because it came every season and it had multiple insignias or symbols, you know what I'm saying? So then they
variety.
started right. So then they started basically giving value, you know what I'm saying, to those symbols. They renamed them and then like their grail pieces. And then they've done so much that where Ralph had to recognize what they were doing, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then now it's one and the same. Like every documentary that talks about Ralph or Polo, there's a 10, 20, 15 minute section on low life in all books and all, you know what I'm saying? Thurston and Rap know Ralph in the family. Like you
I
can't
bet.
mention one about the
I
other
bet.
now.
It's part of the I mean, really when you talk about just like Americana
Yeah.
aesthetics and you know what I'm saying, just like you can't it's two sides of the same coin, you know what I'm saying? Like how could Ralph
Yeah.
not embrace that when you really, when you see it for what it
Yeah.
is. It is funny too cuz that was one of the biggest things that jumped out to me from that trailer when I was a little nigga was I forgot. I'm sure you probably know, but that one dude in the clip was like, "We stole so much money worth of
Yeah,
merchandise
yeah.
from
Now,
you,
watch,
Ralph Lauren."
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Now watch this. It's funny. I got an album and we just put that clip. That's like one of the
mhm.
skits. That's Philo. Shout out to Philo. Now the
Shout out
gangster part, Philo don't wear no polo at
right.
all. He wear nothing but Fila. So he stole all of that and did what? Can
For the
you
sport,
imagine? Like
just for the sport, just to stay active with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he sold it. You know what I'm saying? Like his mansion. They call the polo collection your mansion. Can you
yeah,
imagine the stuff like Philo had and don't even fuck with, yo? Crazy, crazy, crazy. And he's a
beautiful thing.
good dude, yo. But yeah, yeah, yeah. We just that's that's the trailer for a documentary, but the documentary never dropped. So that's basically the doc right there. That 5-6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You got the very Ralph, the one that's like HBO, that's official about Ralph. Then
Right.
they got the complex one, you know what I'm saying? That's on polo and hip hop. And then yeah, that's the one. And
That's
then
that's hilarious. I didn't know that the doc
yeah,
never
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure.
classic.
Like, no lie, no lie. Thurston about to be like BMF. Like he worked with Kevin Garnett and Adam
Right.
Sandler on a scripted series.
Mm, mm,
You watch
mm,
Power.
mm-hmm,
There's a
mm-hmm.
person that's low life that dresses jukebox. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And
right,
jukebox is in there. Jukebox is a low life in Power. Like it's
right,
about to be an official like documentary beyond a doc, like a scripted series movie
right,
type
right, right. I could definitely see it. That's
where it's
crazy. That's ill.
where that little 5 minute trailer don't even matter. You know what I mean?
That's mad ill.
Right, right,
So speaking so that's interesting because one thing that you had just mentioned there was part of what was drawing dudes to polo as a brand and as an aesthetic, even back in the day, to be like where they wanted, why they was wanting to, boost that shit more than anything else, was the variety of the designs, right? And just how many different styles that they would be coming with and shit.
right, right.
So I think so building on that, let's talk about Peep the Method, right? Let's talk about the record, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think that's one thing about that song that I like, and I think is why me and you kind of, connected on it the way that we did, is we both really have an appreciation for style
Right, right.
when you rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know it's funny because like that's the thing, like, that beat and that hook, with the whole ambient kind of hook thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I had that shit for a little second, you know what I'm saying? I liked it a lot, but it's like, and I always knew I wanted to get a feature on that song. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my little verse or whatever, but I was like, I feel like another voice would really tie this one together.
Mm,
So, and it is just funny because, like typically, from a musical standpoint, you tend to operate more in, the boom bap
right,
kind of
right.
lane. You know what I'm saying? That's generally more what you do typically.
Yeah, yeah.
And the beat is not really that. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
definitely
no,
not with the hook and shit. Like it's got
no, no.
808s and synths, and it's very ambient and shit like that. But knowing you as well as I do, and knowing how you are with your craft and shit, that was part of what I thought would be very interesting to hear you rhyming on that, in that vibe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is to bring, your professionalism as a craftsman, you know what I'm saying, like into that, into that sonic space, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, what did you how did you connect with the record? What was your process like? What was your angle like in terms of doing what
Um,
you did on that song?
I mean, I like the shit that you said in your verse and the whole like how you bounced off the beat and the vibe you were coming with, and then the hook, and then it just brought me back to like I spent a lot of years in like Atlanta and like Ludacris, and I just kept hearing like Ludacris kind of like, you know what I'm saying, and then like I spent a lot of years in Atlanta, like in high school. I did like
Mm,
went to high school in Atlanta for a little minute, but I was rhyming then. So kind of like there's like a double time flow, but
Mm-hmm.
there's not like how Big did on Notorious Thugs, I guess, right? With Bone, that type of
Right.
double time flow.
Oh, then,
And
but no, they can't think of that. Yeah.
I want to say this. That's almost it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even
Mm.
think I got it, but you
Interesting.
not. But the people in the South, like Ludacris, kind of how like it don't really be a kind of double time flow, but it be in the beat. So
Right.
they might not rhyme a bunch of words. They might
Mm-hmm.
just go the beat. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ludacris kind of does. Like that's something that is uniquely in the South to me, as far as
Mm.
like it's in the South. Like they could do the chopper shit, but then they can also like bounce with it. Where
Right.
people that's from the South, they might automatically attempt to just do chopper like You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They
Right.
might, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just had that in mind and
Mm-hmm.
like some ludicrous type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
Very interesting.
like what's crazy is like I haven't been in Atlanta since like '05. I went to high school, went back, but I don't make records like that even. So I don't even write rhymes to be like, yo, let me so that was like a good not challenge, but like a reminder to kind of like, oh yeah, that Atlanta type shit. You know what I'm saying? And which
Right.
I don't even like. And then that made me say you should have more rhymes like that just in case, or do
Mm.
more shit like that just in case. So it was
Mm.
dope to do. You know, it was dope. I like that you posted it like now it's out. You know what I'm saying? I get to share it and stuff. So you know what I mean? I like the record. I like that you brought me that opportunity to do that because the type of shit you do is different from what I do, but it still
Right.
be rhyming and killing shit.
Right.
So and I mean I'm always like down with like music, you know what I'm saying, and the
Mm-hmm.
trash. It was good.
For
It was
sure.
good to do.
No, I mean that's it's really interesting. That's so interesting to hear you say that about like Ludacris and all of that type of shit. Because I wouldn't have even necessarily thought of that, but it makes perfect sense when you say it, right?
Mm,
And it is just so funny though because I think and like what just while we even talking about what you did on the record or whatever, because I even gotta just give you your flowers. I mean, in general, that's one thing that I think is very cool about your approach to rhyming and your style or whatever, right? Where it's like you really have a lock on that like monotone kind of thing, right? And because I always appreciate rappers that really execute like a monotone style well, because when you kind of hold that one vocal tone, it allows you to play off of it in different kind of ways based on keeping the same vocal tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Guru obviously was like, an elite practitioner of that style. MF Doom was another, nigga that famously did like the monotone
yeah,
thing, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and
It was
especially too, because like obviously, my verse, my vocals on that shit was obviously a little, peaky or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but that
Sure.
was kind of cool where, you brought what you do to the table and it was just it just goes as a balance, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's really fly. Um, yeah, but what was he talking? What was he talking about? Fucking, I don't know. That's the song. The song is out. Yeah, it's. I think it came together really cool. Shout out to my son, Escada, on the beat. Because that's my man from high school, right from out here in Freeport. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing that dude forever.
Nice.
Yeah, peace to him, and it's cool too, even just because like it's interesting just kind of how, because like the beat does kind of I could see where the down, it's got 808s and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, but it's funny how it's like that's bringing up that that sort of like down south energy or whatever, because it's like we're like, you a New York nigga, I'm a New York nigga, he's a New York nigga, but we all, and it's not like a down south song or whatever, but
Yeah, not
there's
at
that
all.
certain energy that I think, what I'm saying, like we was all kind of acknowledging and collaborating with to, do this particular record or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool the way that the way that it came out and shit, It's very that's what I'm saying. When it's that craft, bro, like on some real like that's one thing that I like about uh how just kind of where shit is at now, just because it's just a little pivot or whatever, but in terms of digital media and having a platform, you know what I'm saying, and putting content out and things of that nature, I really like
yeah,
and appreciate that part of what we're doing now, where it's like, as rappers, as creators or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like we could actually have a space like this to even like really talk
yeah,
about the work, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
hmm yeah. So it's cool that we could, just really kind of get into, just talking about making music and shit. Because to me, I always feel like not enough people, for all of the bullshit that motherfuckers like to get caught up in. Don't get me wrong, I like the bullshit too, but it's like, you know,
So
I
how
like
many
to.
projects? Like, what's your like? Are you rocking till you get to like a certain plateau, and then you're gonna like try another goal, or you just be like dropping joints for like sheer expression
On some music
and
shit. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
that's a cool question. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like, there's other creative shit that I do want to do. Um,
Right.
but at the same time, it's like, I'm really about the music. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I just like I just like rap. I like rap music. I want to make really cool rap music. Like,
Right.
and it's just
That's
mad
good.
funny because like, not it's like it don't. I'm not even trying to like shit on niggas and nothing like that, but it's like the amount of like bullshit that niggas do make and put out and just like shit that's whack that's just circulating. That's just
Yeah,
such a constant like motivation for me. And that was
yeah.
always one of my biggest motivations to do this shit from the jump. It's like, nigga, I could do some fly shit than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, at the end of it, it's like, bro, I just love rhyming, man. I love rhyming. I love putting rap songs together and doing the fucking, you know, doing the
That's,
thing.
that's dope. Yeah, that's the
What
truth,
about
man.
you? I mean, because I know what you got. What's up? You got any aspirations of going into like fashion design or some shit over there? You got to. What's
No,
up? What's next
I
for
want
Jus-P,
to
man?
do like as far as the music, I want to get it to certain levels, and then I'll reassess and then see what else. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like some songs be about like just battle shit or like a lot of rhymes you might have bars about like the struggle or how you kind of come up or how you need money and shit like that. But then
Naturally.
what what would be like after you get that? You know what I'm saying? Do you just rhyme about the world and life and you know what I'm saying? So I kind
Right.
of try so I kind of mix it all up so that way if I want to go in a direction,
Yeah, my fault. My fucking car's fucking making goofy ass noises. Go ahead.
yeah, it's all good. Like I kind of mix them up so I don't get pigeonholed and I could go
Right.
in any direction. But like as far as like goals, as far as like you know how like some people have merch just to have it and it's cool, and then when it pops off, like I don't really like doing shit like that. Like I know one thing I got to do is like now besides CDs and stickers, have like T-shirts and shit. But that, to
Mm-hmm.
me, the easy thing to get them, you can do like drop shipping. You can print up some shit. That's like the one, two, three. The demand, you know what I'm saying, is what is what I think is the most important. So it was just like things like that. Like once I feel like you get like a nice thriving level on like merch or shows or features and things like that, and then I'll like reassess and see one, how will I make music different? You know what I'm saying? Will I still
Right.
keep the type of shit? And also, do I want to go in a different direction as far as like the not the audience, but like network, you know what I'm saying? People around, like maybe do different shows. And that's even like a theory I apply to like all right, not to be funny, I might get caught up in like doing shows with like Golden Era rapper 39 and doing a song with, you know what I'm saying, somebody from the 90s or whatever. And that might be a goal that either happens or like I could always be working to that. Like I'm working on a project and on this shit I'm gonna get whoever, and I can name you could I just don't drop it, but you can name that, and that might
Right.
be their whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
Right.
or, or like I go to a show and like last night I'll go to a show type shit. And one thing that I didn't even tell the dude that surprised me and it was kind of in a happy way was that his network expanded because every time he'll throw a show, it might be the same acts and like you know what I'm saying. And those are like his people. Like, and you might and it'd be cool, but like after 5 years or 6 years, or like you look back at old flyers and she see these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I was surprised that he had different acts. Like his network expanded and still solidified. So as me as on the come up type nigga, do I want to get caught up in shit like that? Like, so to me, I'll kind of change and go to like I'll do like different circles, like where the artist is like I went to one show and they're all talking about the vinyl they brought from like Griselda and shit like that, Conway, and it's kind of that type of shows. You know what I'm saying? That's almost
Yeah,
a different than like the golden era 90s underground shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll see the same people, but you'll rarely see the same artists. So I don't, as an artist, I want to be where I'm still able to thrive. You know what I'm saying? And it
yeah,
might
for
never
sure.
happen. You got to get on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could easily get stuck in that one little circle. You know what I'm saying? Like even the spot that I do a spot, I've done a spot a couple of times, but I don't want to keep doing that same location and venue
Right.
type shit. So like that's just what it feels. But like once I get to like a thriving level, do I want to do something different? Like maybe write books or something like that. I
Mm.
tried writing I tried writing two hood novels when I was in jail, like them
Mm-hmm.
hood books,
Yeah.
and both of them got rejected. You know what I'm saying? I'll try
Yeah.
again. That's
Yeah.
crazy. They rejected my shit. Why? Because it was like perfect English. Because I've read like a lot of those books. Bad
Right.
grammar. They're
Right.
doing wild shit. That shit was wild enough. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was. It didn't have like super gangster. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some crazy
Yo,
ones.
did you ever hear of a movie American Fiction with Jeffrey
American,
Wright?
nah,
Bro,
nah.
yo, you gotta
He's a good.
watch that. You gotta it's so fucking funny, son. It's like this dude who's like he's like a writer, you know, and he's some real like, all right, I'm a writer, you know, type of nigga. Whatever. So he writing books and you know, it's like not working out, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, his publisher is literally like, yo, like, can you give us something blacker? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm black, I wrote this shit. What are you talking about? But, you
Yeah,
know, so eventually the nigga like he gets mad drunk or whatever, and I forgot what he was watching, like, you know, BET. I think he was literally watching like 50 videos or some shit, and he was like, and so the nigga, he gets like mad drunk and he just like goes to his computer and he writes a book, which is like, you know, the most ignorant possible shit that he could come up with, just as a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, you know, yeah, I shot that nigga. I never knew my father. Just you know, the whole thing. Just fucking, you know, just being as ignorant as he could possibly be in his book. He sent the book to his publisher. His publisher doesn't realize he's joking, or he sends it to his agent. His agent doesn't realize he's joking. Sends that shit to the publisher. The publisher thinks that this nigga's dead ass, and he blows up. Like, so now it's like, you know,
yeah.
he's
What
he, he's like he's tight now because he wanna, you know, he wanna be successful, but he's like sick because niggas is like fucking with this shit that's not even real.
I'm gonna watch that. He's a good
It's a
actor.
good movie. Hmm.
Word. But yeah, man, I just want
Yeah.
to like get it to where, like, to get it to a level where you could kind of eat off it and work like a working level. That's like a lifetime job. Like some people never get there. Like,
Oh
so
yeah.
I I want to get there and be able to do something like I want to get there and have the opportunity to try and do something else. You know what I'm saying? that's like a fucking blessing to be able to even pivot. You know what I'm saying? Some people never make one thing pop off. You know what I'm saying? So I just try and work as hard as I can towards it, day by day. You know what I mean? And that be that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think it's the best you can do, honestly.
Word.
Fucking yeah. So P,
And
man,
the
I'm
little
not
shit,
I really, huh?
I said the little shit, like the small victories, they all add up too, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
all
yeah.
worth it.
And I mean, especially too with like, with the digital and everything like that, it's like, it's that you could really trace all of the W's. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a whole side of this shit that I feel like a lot of people are still not even necessarily like grasping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could
Right.
all of your W's that you get on the internet, you could make a fucking graph and know how to, you know what I'm saying, like take that shit to the next level if you play it smart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
but
right. What
you know,
one thing is that there's this one like how do I want to say this as far as like there's this one song that everybody said, yo, don't do that beat because it's like a sample, a well known sample. And we did it a long time ago. But that went like viral. And that plus like all the other shit I do, it all adds up to like I remember when those Spotify checks was $100. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
113. You know what I mean? And now they're like thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is it goes like sometimes shit accelerates. Like I said, like you put mad projects out, so it's not just that one song. It's like now a lot of shit is
right,
kind of buzzing, but not like that
exactly,
one song. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is that that's the base. You know what I'm saying? I done went to jail. I done not put shit out for like a year. And still, every month, 6 months, there's gonna be that. So imagine if I fucking, you know what I'm saying, cultivated that and doubled down. And that's something that, unless the internet goes away, I could die tomorrow type shit. And someone still gotta come and be like, da 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 Spotify, for life, yo. Like that's fire. So you know what I'm saying? Imagine if it was like, you know, what I'm saying? Which is like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of work to get into that. Some people
right,
never get that, yo. That's
for
why I'm
sure,
like, man, you got to do it, yo. So
right.
that's all the shit I'm looking at, yo. You know what I mean?
It's a beautiful thing, man. Honestly, like that's really, like I said, bro. I know you've been down for your cause in this rap shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, I always, especially to cats that, like older cats, dudes that I've seen that's farther along in their journey or whatever. It's always just cool, to see it when it's dudes that like do it their way. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, that really is what makes all of the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you could have zigged when you zagged at a zillion points in the background, and might have fucking compromised, in such a way that might have paid out a different way in the short term or whatever. But it's not the business. So
Right, right.
respect.
Or, or, or even not.
All right, we're back. Yeah. So Just P, fucking thank you once again, brother. How do the people find you? What's the contact and all of that?
Man, JUSP underscore 100 Instagram. JUSP, you Google that. It's that. You know what I'm saying? I come right up. You Google Just P and I come up. All the albums, you know what I'm saying? But that Instagram is Just P100. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
JUSP underscore 100. I'm out there. You know what I
A hundred
mean?
percent. Well, yo,
Appreciate you,
brother.
yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, thanks again, man. You already know. I'm sure we're going to cross paths out in real life sooner than later out here. But you already know
That's,
the vibes.
that's a fact.
Yeah. But
That's a fact.
yeah, bro. Peace, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
No doubt. Holla at me. Peace.
All right, man. Yeah. All right. Like I don't know. I do that gesture fucking like a fucking a tick. Should stop doing. I don't know, whatever. That was cool. Shout out Just P. Man came through, blessed my platform with his time and his presence, you know what I'm saying? So it's very cool. I hope the audio for this shit stuck. Cause I was like opening windows and shit in here, during this video, cause it's hot, you know. AC be fucking up. I don't know. I guess at some point I should get like a studio, find some sort of a more controlled environment to do this kind of thing. But I like doing it in the video, you know. Like I feel like there's a certain kind of energy to doing this kind of shit in your car. I'm outside, you know what I'm saying? People walking shit outside. Talking motherfuckers. But yeah, this is that. I got more content that'll be coming out. Don't get it wrong, we're gonna let Peep the Method breathe a little bit more out here on these internet streets. But you know, I'm thinking ahead is gonna be working on a lot of cool shit that it's not time to talk about. But get hype, you know, get into it. Go to cyberspace667.com if you're watching this and you don't know about the website. Go there, click around, be entertained by all the nonsense that I'm out here doing. Shout out to Jus-P, shout out to the Zulu Union. Yeah, and I think that's it. Thanks for rocking with your boy, and I'll be back soon for more cool content. Yeah, peace.